Welcome back to New Cammack. Last time, Archibald uncovered more information about the mysterious person identified only by the letter F.
Oh, is it Mr. F?
Mr. F.
Mr. F.
Who was apparently responsible for the former Prince Delacroix's sudden downfall that left the city in disarray, caused by some sort of malicious magic woven into a correspondence chess game. Knowing this person's P.O. box address, Archibald sent them a letter inviting them to a chess game in Club Wonderland in 1 week. Darby purchased an El Camino and gave his child Jade a second drink of his blood. Unfortunately, Jade ran away from home, distraught after Darby told her the truth about how her former master died. Archibald then went in search of guns and was told by his newfound homeless life companion, Onion Jack, that the city has but a single gun store and a few armed street gangs. Finally, Excavo ordered 100 hidden cameras to expand the Nosferatu surveillance network, and Augustyn created a ghastly magical weapon while ignoring an order from the local Tremere regent to report to the Chantry. We go now to Darby Manor, where the gang just discovered that Jade has left the house, promising via text message to return when she's ready.
See, this is what happens when you tell her. She just ran away.
Hey, she needs a moment to process. I think that's entirely reasonable to give her a minute to process this information. I think it'll be better than it coming back to bite us the other way.
I hope so. Oh, man.
Yeah, let us hope that's how that happens.
You know, she's our true friend, and she'll realize that. I mean, we embraced her, whereas Lord Delacroix never did.
I mean, we were not true to her. We did not tell her. So to say true friends,
he might have if we didn't let him get killed. Just saying. I mean, he didn't, but he died first, so it was hard to.
Either way, what happens, and maybe sleep with one eye open for the time being. But for now, do you guys want to go do some adventures?
Darby's sulking. He wants to believe you. He noticeably crestfallen. He's worried that he didn't do the right thing. And he's definitely looking for a distraction. And so I think he's just like, yeah, shit. Let's fuck something up.
You guys have a lot of options, about your various quest lines. There are a few interrupts that are possible if you feel like you're truly at a dead end. But what do you guys want to do?
I think we still need to acquire some guns. Darby, would it make you... I kind of put my arm around him. Hey, Darby, my special guy, would it make you feel better if we went and got some guns?
Well, I mean, are you saying you're buying, or...
Well, I do have this gun money. Gunny.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think it might make me feel a little better if we got some guns. Yeah.
Now here's my thinking, Darby. I know you're a sucker for paperwork and doing things the due process, the legal kind of way, but considering that we're going to be shooting underground gang members with the guns, I think, maybe we just go to the gun store. It's not like the cops are going to be in the MKT analyzing the bullet ballistics.
Darby's ready to be convinced. He's like, yeah, all right, okay, yeah, let's just go to the gun store for sure. Let's get some guns.
Friend comrades, might I partake of this errand and tack on an additional destination whilst we are hither and dither about these necessary things doing?
You need to go to the magic store for the nice Tremere lady.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Okay. We said we'd do that. That's fine.
Well, that's okay. I actually printed out the map quest, and it appears to be on the way.
Why did you print out the map quest? We have these.
Well, I tried to look it up on here, and that didn't work. So I went to the desktop computer in our lounge in Darby Manor Lounge, and then I printed it with the computer, just like they taught me to when I was an assistant professor at college.
No. No, you can just look at it on your phone. You don't need to print.
I know you're kind of the tech person, but I'm a little bit techie myself. I know a thing or two about MapQuest, dial-up.
Okay.
Does that impress you when I say dial-up?
No.
Boy, this printer here is fast. I'll tell you what.
I know the people who still use who made MapQuest. They use Google on their phone.
It's like I used Google to search for the MapQuest website.
Oh no! Oh, you sweet. What do they say? You sweet summer child.
So you're saying you have directions?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, boss, you're with me. Let's roll.
Hey, Darby, are you driving?
Hell yeah!
Shotgun.
You gotta scope my new ride, Chief.
I want to come with only
right.
because I think we should get things other than guns,
Because
other weapons.
Yes,
Well,
like
okay.
bullets. Good thinking. We
Well,
also
we're gonna
need
need
bullets
to
for
take
the
a couple.
guns.
We're gonna need to take a couple of the cars in, because the El Camino sits 2 in the front, well, three comfortably across the front seat, and then someone's gonna have to sit in the back.
Augustyn.
Yeah,
You
you'll
see
be
that
closer
the,
to the plants.
You see that the Aston Martin and the Lamborghini are both still available. Jade didn't take either of those, and the keys for both of them are hanging on a hook by the door.
But Darby's clearly trying to get at least 2 other people to go with him in the El Camino. Like, but look at my new ride. This thing is sweet. Wait till I get it tricked out. Oh, man, it's going to be the best. I mean, it's a little rough around the edges right now, but I'll tell you what, this baby's got potential.
I don't think I ever mentioned the reason
what did she take?
She's just gone. There's not any vehicle that's obviously missing from the place. Darby, about your El Camino, I don't think I mentioned this detail, but the person who is selling it, even though it was a pretty nice El Camino, the reason they were wanting to get rid of it was because they were sick of the extra brake pedal that it has on the passenger side, because it was formerly used for driving. Driver's ed. So it still has that second brake pedal on the driver's side, unfortunately.
Shotgun. You'll be driving safe today.
Darby immediately cuts the brake lines to the second set of brakes. This seems like a very easy thing for me to disable.
Oh, sure. Just like sliding under it.
Roll
I think it's reasonable to believe that there is a jack in its trunk as part of the tire change kit. And yeah, you could have jacked it up and snipped the line. The pedal's still there, but doesn't do anything.
I think it would be.
Yes, I like keeping the pedal. And I want to make sure it's got some resistance on it. So it feels like you've got some authority, but it's only a lot.
Alright. Let's start going.
I just really wish that he had botched a roll for that, so that he would have rendered the brakes inoperable, and it would have only been drivable through the power of teamwork.
Is this technology?
I don't think you're rolling anything, because
okay.
No.
Away.
Because Graham does not want to roll.
Can we do a Batman doodle-doo-doo-doo, real quick and be at the gun place?
Are you going to the gun place first?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Okay.
Without fail. If Darby's driving, we are going directly to the gun place.
Rewinds back to the moment where Blake was like, it just so happens to be on the way to the gun store. We skip it anyway.
It'll also be on the way back from the gun store.
That's right. And at that point, we'll have guns.
For applications unknown, but okay.
Then you can get the magic stuff for free.
I have effectively unlimited money. I don't need anything for free.
But it's nice.
What was the gun store called? Who's the owner of that again?
Forrest Powell, and I think I call the gun store Powell's Guns. And you, right now, it's about 9 p.m.
Wait.
Wait. Did you write it down?
Okay.
And I just love selling guns.
It's about 9 o'clock now. You look them up. They are miraculously open until 10. So you go to Powell's Guns. When you drive up, you see something.
Yeah, Powell's. Yeah, same thing.
You see something unusual. You see a group of about a half dozen people standing in the parking lot of Powell's Guns. Some of them are holding up signs, and they seem to be protesting the gun store. And there's a single older gentleman standing on the stoop of the store that seems to be like telling them off. And you see through the windows that have like bars on them that all the lights are off inside the store. Do you park the car and walk up?
No, yeah. Just walk right directly through the protesters.
Oh, what do the signs say? Like, on what grounds are they protesting?
Yeah.
It's not exactly clear, but you see references to hashtag cancel Powell, referring to him as being like intolerant, not woke, a bigot. They seem to be upset about something that he or the company said or did, and they seem to be intent on boycotting the place and basically getting it closed or running it out of town.
I'd look up that hashtag immediately.
You see a bunch of people responding to something that the owner posted on Twitter that has since been deleted, but everyone finds extremely distasteful and inappropriate and contemptible. And you look at his Twitter feed, and it seems like kind of an outspoken conservative guy who like tries to make jokes about political controversies and like doesn't do a really good job at it. And you don't see what specifically they're mad at, but you see a pattern where like, yes, inevitable. This guy is going to say something that's going to get him in trouble with the public. And apparently that has happened, and it's led to ongoing protests. And you see them playing out right in front of you. And the owner himself, who you identify through his picture on his Twitter profile, is standing there kind of facing him off and apparently like trying to shoo them away. But they're like, no, we're on the sidewalk. It's public property. You can't move us. Down with Powell. Down with Powell.
Okay, so I kind of walk up to Mr. Powell and I say, oh, hey, I'm sorry. You've got to deal with all this. Could we buy some guns, please, sir?
No, sorry, man. I mean, look at all this. I can't let it. If I let you in, they're going to flood the place, and they're not going to buy anything, and they're just going to screw everything. We're closed. We're effectively closed right now, until all this BS gets taken care of. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I got places out of town I could recommend to you. I got a buddy as gun store in Indianapolis. He can give you a great deal, but like right now, because of everything that's happening, I can't sell right now.
I feel like at this point I would have run into like some beanie wearing think piece about what he said. And they probably took a screenshot. Can I know what it said?
I wrote this as being deliberately vague, so you can use your imagination to fill in just something horrible. You can pick the specifics of it don't matter to the plot, but it's an out of touch cranky boomer who said like the super wrong thing for like 2020.
Oh, okay.
So these are probably like a bunch of woke college kids, right?
Yeah, they skew younger, yeah.
Aren't I like a well-regarded leftist professor?
Two of them recognize you. And they don't say anything to you, but they're
in oration.
They're like talking amongst each other.
I'm a famous hacker. I need to cover my face.
And
I would have recognized that.
Am like a I'm gifted in oration. This is one of my skills, and expression. And I'd like to address this crowd.
Oh, I do the exact opposite. I'm like the Edward Snowden of breaking into banks. I'm like that kind of thing.
Would your face necessarily be known, Excavo? Is that like part of your thing?
I'm not getting any audio from.
I'd hope not, but on the off chance.
From anything, really.
Let's
hang on a second.
Wait, I can hear Steve.
Let's loop Darby back in here, yeah.
Andy.
Blake.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
We can't have too many Blakes. We can't have 3 Blakes.
I'm a never nude also.
So I can't give you guys any useful exposition until Darby comes back. So
I wanted you to have a tweet ready to go, what this guy said.
Well, one, I think if I actually said something that would qualify for someone getting canceled, me saying it might be bad. Like, I don't want to say like a racist tweet, but I could just
that out.
I could just say vaguely like he posted something super racist, but it wasn't necessarily that. You can fill in the blanks for whatever your favorite flavor of bigotry is. Yeah. Maybe he misgendered someone on Twitter. So a little more exposition about where you are. It is a smallish gun store. There are bars on the windows. Also, right behind it, there is a big trailer that's been converted into a shooting range. It says so on the outside. It says like 2-lane air-conditioned shooting range. And Archibald, a couple of the protesters do obviously recognize you, and they're like talking to each other, and you hear your name being like whispered. Like maybe they're not really sure that it's you, but like a couple of people are like, I think is that Archibald Alvins? And they're not talking to you, we're addressing you, but like you're starting to get a little bit of attention.
I kind of walk over to address the crowd. I would like to orate to everyone.
The
comrades.
No.
They look up at you. They're paying attention. They've stopped their chants.
I am Archibald Alvins. Some of you may recognize me as a professor of economic theory at Dracula University. I recognize your hurt. I recognize your outrage at this man, Forrest Powell. However, let us not be led astray. Those in power want to divide us, but look, despite your differing beliefs, you are the same. We are all workers. We are all members of the proletariat. Recognize that through this boycott, you ignore the fact that there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. Would you buy your guns at the Walmart to the detriment of business? Oh, no. Never forget. We must arm the proletariat. Fellow workers, rise up. Workers of the world, unite. Buy guns.
I'm trying to show him the tweet. Hey.
I look at it.
Like, really quick.
God, I look at, then I do a double take and look at oh God, that's awful.
He shrugs. Wait. He's like, snowflakes.
What the?
So half of the small crowd is like golf clapping, and the other half are like talking amongst themselves. And you hear people say like, "We're not here to buy guns. I mean, we're here to keep other people from." What is he? Does he know what? It was a good speech. It was good. Like they liked it. They're responding positively.
I'm just really bummed out at the missed opportunity for you to tell them that you came from Drac University, LA campus.
At Dracula University while you were alive? Do people know you're dead? Like, those students would have known that you passed on, right? Like, how does that...
There's night classes now. Why?
I taught night classes now, yeah.
Knowledge is eternal.
No, that was like in my intro. I think like first episode, I think we said that I taught night classes.
I'm like literally also trying to teach night classes on car repair, depending on how long this campaign goes. Like, Does it seem like it's a common profession?
How will we ever dispel those in power? How will we ever dispel the bigots? Unless we buy guns.
So the owner, Forrest Powell, walks up to you and he puts a hand on your shoulder to kind of turn you around. He says, listen, buddy, whatever you're trying to do here, I appreciate it. It's cool. I appreciate you're trying to buy guns. You're trying to help out local business or something. I don't really know what your deal is, but the fact is this, I can't keep operating in this city, not in this climate. I'm going to need like a total, I'm going to need this all fixed in a bigger way than just like a speech. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be just like selling all my stock to the buddy of mine that has a gun store out of town. I don't want to deal with being open because every day that I'm open, anybody I let in, they come in, they're doing this protest. They're doing this fart protest. Anytime I try to open my doors, they come in one at a time and they fart and they leave and they tell me that it's legal. I've called the cops. They can't do anything about it. And I don't want to do, it's not just the fart. I mean, I'm getting hammered on social media and everything. So unless if the ninjas can completely overhaul my image and get the community on board and behind me again, I don't think I can do that. And trust me, the ninjas, that advertising agency, they're the last people that want to be helping me right now for obvious reasons.
Well, yeah, I mean, advertisers, scum of the earth, really.
You said your brother is trying to buy you out. Is that correct?
No, I don't know where you got that.
Sell to someone.
He's trying to sell.
My buddy.
He's going to sell his stock to another store.
Yeah, I don't even want to deal with the going out of business. I'm just going to load everything onto a truck and get out of here. And I'm close to retirement anyway, so. You know, as long as you're willing to make a drive, there are options for your guns, and I can give you some recommendations. But,
comrade, do you by chance need laborers to vehicularly maneuver your gun inventory to your buddy's shop? I cannot imagine your shop is empty yet. We might be able to assist you in this more direct action.
No, I'm. How much?
I mean, that's a weird question, buddy. But no, I think like me and my wife probably got it.
How?
Yeah. No. How much?
How much for the guns?
How much?
Like all of them.
No,
not really all of them.
I already told my buddy out of town that I'm going to sell my whole stock to him.
Okay. How much?
Do you guys are you licensed gun dealers? Because I mean, there's a whole store. There's millions of dollars worth of merchandise in there, and I honestly, I'm not entertaining offers. I'm not trying to make a lot of money off of this. I got a buddy out of town. He's got a gun shop. Told him he was going to get my inventory. It's pretty much a done deal. So what's your story? Tell me what you're going for. Are you dealers?
Dealers, no. Enthusiasts, indeed. And we seek to train the community on gun safety, and we seek to expand the demographic of gun consumers. So even if your friend does not obtain an inventory of lucrative, life-ending mechanical tools, we will still be benefiting him by broadening his consumptive horizons. Many people
will give you money,
salivating at the prospect of buying from him after they have
don't
learned
listen
from
to
us.
it. He likes to do this. I'll give him money.
As Augustyn's talking, he's kind of like looking at the rest of you, like, what is this guy's deal? And he says,
"Hey, let me give it to you straight, boss. Look, these guys are trying to give you like fuck you money, like crazy money. You got millions of dollars. Like, all right, we're talking millions of dollars. Like these folks here, they're like madman rich. All right, it's like mind blowing shit. It's like QAnon stuff, bud. Like Illuminati type of money. So I'm pretty sure that you want to be in this type of conversation. change your life, son.
You seem persuasive. I mean, that seems good. But I mean, the way that other guy was talking, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that should have.
Have you ever heard about eccentric? And I'm like waving him to silence. Have you ever heard about eccentric geniuses? All right, this is how do you think you can earn all that kind of money? Do you know how he made his money? Plants. Dude learned a way to fuck plants, and he sells it. Like, it's amazing. He's figured it out. The science of it.
He's considering
He'll start you on the tomato package, but look, that's for another conversation. The first conversation is about what we're going to do about changing your life.
Look, this is a lot for me to think about, and if I sold to you,
listen to me, right here, look in my eyes.
He does.
Listen to me. The reason that they're offering life-changing money is because it's right now money. It's shit or get off the pot money. So this is not a go home, think about it. This is change your life in this moment. Get up off of a room full of guns for a sick amount of money and walk away from all of these woke-ass protesters.
Listen, Forrest, I'm just going to level with you right now. I know Darby's already leveling with you, but we already went to Onion Jack about guns, and he didn't have any. And this is our second stop, and we don't want to go to the Mimes for guns, man. We don't want to spend another gun-getting episode for us. Just go look us up, man.
And this is where everything goes sideways.
So the protesters are listening to this conversation, and the elation that because I mean, you're all still in the parking lot. They're kind of over minding their own business, but they're still within earshot. The elation that they felt hearing Archibald's oration has started to fade a little bit, and they're starting to understand that you are trying to give this rather unpopular guy a large amount of money to buy out his entire store, and they're discussing that and their feelings about that. Kind of,
we're running him out of town. You know, we're taking over in the name of justice.
Well, that is open to interpretation.
And we're not going to sell our guns to anybody.
I'm going to walk over.
We're taking them off the streets. Yes, we're taking all the guns off the streets.
I'm walking over and I'm going to try and sell them on the idea of a gun co-op.
Oh, no.
A gun what?
A co-op?
He's going to make them all owners. So he's going to bring them in on the gun store. Give it back to the community, literally.
You talk to us first. You keep doing stuff without talking to us.
He's the prince. He can do what he wants.
Okay, so Archibald is going to talk to the protesters.
Elections matter at Excavo. Elections have consequences.
Right. We'll go with Darby's keeping them off the streets.
Second in command.
I won't. I'll save the co-op idea for later.
Does Darby say out loud?
No. So he. Do we get a sense of this feeling that you were just explaining to us, that the mood is turning against us from the crowd? Because Darby,
you overhear, you're engaged with Powell, but you do overhear some murmuring and some complaints over on the other side or on the sidewalk where the protesters are. If you'd like to, you can now make a social roll against Forrest Powell to convince him. This isn't
really what Darby's good at on his character sheet, but I'm feeling myself, so I want to go for it.
I'm going to say that because of two things. Because he has plans for his inventory that have momentum behind them, and because he got pretty weirded out by Augustyn.
I'm not named a price.
I want to say that difficulty's increased either by 1 or 2, and I'm going to flip a coin. Heads difficulty is going to be 8. Tails difficulty is only going to be 7. Difficulty is 7 for this. And
what am I going for here?
I think that you were using. It was definitely a manipulative argument. I would say it's your manipulation plus. Would any skill? I think that I don't think Streetwise would work, but I think that you can use your dot of empathy because it was an emotional appeal to him.
Yeah, so, I'm trying to kind of social engineer him a little bit. Empathy makes sense. All right, so that's 4 dice.
Yes. Difficulty is 7.
Yes.
I see 2 successes. Mr. Powell leans into Darby and he goes, okay, I mean, I was talking about like closing shop into my livelihood. Like, I want to retire, so retiring on top is better for me than anything else. Can you guys meet me here at, say, noon tomorrow?
Look, man, how many times do I got to tell you? This is a tonight-only offer. It disappears into nothing tomorrow. This is it. Shit or get off the pot, boss. We'll drive somewhere else and get guns, but we're only changing your life. This is your chance.
And he leans again. I'm saying... I'm on board. I'm game. I'm down. But you mean you want to go in and take the guns now? I mean, I'm gonna have to see.
Like right fucking now, Chief.
Well, this is very unusual, but yeah. I mean, as long as background check for the owner, and as long as I see the money, yeah. I mean, let's do that. How are you gonna get the money to me? Because if it's a check, I mean, obviously, I'm not.
No. Hey. Some kind of high-tech mumbo-jumbo. Excavo's the money lady. Hey, you tell him something. I don't know. Shit. Darby, whatever, realizes he stepped in it. Like, okay, I don't know how that part works. I'm just, the mouthpiece here.
Do you take credit? Not credit. Do you take debit? And I just, brandish my fucking bank card. All right.
Yeah, we take both of them.
I hand it off to Excavo as if she's like the fucking money liaison, like, please handle this. And I just, fuck off.
Do you have PayPal? Why are you giving me this physical money?
Okay,
he wants the money now!
He takes your card and he goes in. And because we're dealing with very large amounts of money, and because Augustyn has effectively infinite money, he's
we've never named a price.
No,
how much are we giving him?
He said multiple millions. I assume that it's
a couple million, $2 million, 10 million.
Yeah,
it's millions of dollars,
and then probably double whatever he was going to get before, because we said, we promised him the world. So
we tell him put in a number.
5 million.
So he asked for
millions.
He asked for Augustyn
because I never got what he was.
Well, he asked for Augustyn to accompany him inside. He takes the card. He's like, "Well, come on in. I'm going to need your PIN." He tells you a certain number of $1 million that he was going to sell it for. You don't get a clear idea of whether he's inflating that number or not, but it is an amount of money that is pretty inconsequential to you. So it's something that you can easily part with.
Right? What?
See, I still wanted to get the good deal. He's just writing blank checks.
Does Darby have any idea how rich he is? Like, I was just talking shit. Like, I don't think I have any conception.
Hold on. For what it's worth, I have a full 5 points in resources.
You have effectively maxed out resources.
Yeah.
Like, you can, in theory, go broke, but you'd have to be doing something extraordinary. Yeah.
So it's a background. I developed an extraordinarily groundbreaking water and nutrient distribution system that has revolutionized plant growth across the tomato
package.
And fucking at the same time.
It's an as seen on TV special watering can that has a Bluetooth speaker in it. That's what he's referring to. No.
We're giving away the goat.
Dirty with it.
No, I'm making that up. So he runs your card and he's like, okay, can I see your driver's license? I got to do this quick background check. And I assume you give it over, but you and everybody has like a legal identity already set up for you. So things like having your driver's license checked and your background check run. isn't a problem. It doesn't come up that you're a vampire. It doesn't come up that you have been.
Could you imagine, though? It just
Like,
says.
wait a second.
Yeah, you're a vampire, son.
Whoa.
I oppose the Vampire Registration Act.
And it's a normal part of being in the Camarilla that you get hooked up with the means to like change your identity maybe every few decades. So it's not like, why are you 130 years old? Like, so he runs your background. It comes up clean. No problem with that. And he gives you your card back, and he just kind of looks around at all of his inventory and goes, hope you guys have a truck.
Your keys, good sir. Just give me your keys. We'll make multiple trips.
To the store?
Indeed.
Brother, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I gotta occupy the store. You're helping me out a lot, so I'll hang out for if you got to make a few trips. But you're not getting the keys to the place. I didn't sell the physical store to you, just the inventory. I can help you box it up.
A trailer.
It's gonna take me all night, but yeah. How are we gonna do this?
I'll tell you what. We'll take the pick of the litter.
Hold on.
What? All
No,
right.
we haven't.
I think you're in there by yourself. I think Augustyn's in there by himself anyway, so it's fine. Do your thing. I'm gonna get a drink.
We'll take the pick of the litter.
God damn it!
It's a trailer. Why are you? We can.
If you could.
That's a trailer that we were.
He seems to be listening to Augustyn as the authority in the group because he's who the money came from.
Because we don't want the money.
If you could expedite the process by, once we have extracted our immediate most needs, if you could contain these weapons in a transportable fashion, we will return.
Box him? You want me to box him?
Indeed.
Correct. He said box. Correct.
We will return and extract our bounty and offer you our utmost gratitude for your cooperation.
One second though. You talking to me about money. I got ahead of myself. I just got to ask one question before I hand all these guns over to you. You guys aren't Antifa, are you?
No.
We're anti-Tifa.
It's disgusting.
I'm like
No.
visibly shaking, trying not to reveal myself as Antifa.
He turns to
We are
Archibald.
anti-Tifa.
I heard you guys saying comrade like a bunch of times. How about you, buddy,
He
who
just
gave the
loves
speech?
word. No.
You're
He
a-
does not speak for us.
Are you
still not-
Antifa?
We are explicitly purchasing these guns for the purpose of going and quelling some of these riots.
You got to protect yourself. You got to protect your community. Okay, I respect that. All right.
And we gotta protect those cities from being burned.
Well, I ain't got boxes for all these, but I can do the best I can. I got some plastic tubs. I can start throwing them in. Not all the packaging is going to be nice, but yeah, I can start bundling all this stuff up for you, brother.
And ammunition. Whereabouts would I locate ammunition?
He points to a shelf behind the counter just full of ammunition.
Fantastic. Thank you for your generous cooperation.
Yeah, pretty much everything is yours. And honestly, you taking it off my hands like this, it's gonna save me a lot of trouble. It's gonna save me a trip to Indianapolis.
And I pull out a crisp $5 bill just from my wallet and slap it on the counter and slide it to him. A tip for your generosity. Pass it along to your friend. For the
$5 tip on $1 million order.
Multi.
Worst tip.
Someone do the math of what percent that is.
Not much.
Okay, so does everyone start just like running out of there with handfuls of guns? What?
I just want like.
We have the trailer. We have the trailer with the bat signal on it.
True, we do.
Not with us though.
Does
we can make one trip to the trailer and fill that all the way to the brim with guns, which feels like a lot of guns. How long would it take us, I guess? Could we eyeball how many hours we would have to dedicate?
While we're giving him money, we could try and convince him to sell us the building, and then we just have a gun room. We could just take what we want, and then the rest of the building is just like our gun room.
Look, you're the money man. If you want to go even bigger money energy and try to negotiate for the full store footprint, like, go for it.
And we need to deck it out with all the cameras. Don't want anybody taking those.
Well, in answer to your earlier question of how much time it would take to just move all the guns back to Darby Manor, if you are doing it inelegantly and you're just throwing everything into the bat signal trailer, you could pull that off in, I think a couple hours is fair. If all of you work together and you're really hurrying with it and just fucking chucking shit in there.
Or we could be the proprietors of a gun store.
I feel like at this point I've turned my back to like go find my gun, and as soon as I take a step forward, I pause and turn on a heel and look back at Mr. Powell. My good man, it dawns on me, a proposal. It would appear that this is a grand undertaking of labor to package and transport these. If you would humor my curiosity, what if I were to also purchase the building and ground it sits upon from you to accelerate and enhance your retirement? Would that be of any interest to you, my good man?
You want to buy the building? Well, I was going to put it up for sale anyway, so yeah. I mean, you can make an offer on it. I bet you can make a pretty good offer on it. In fact,
what is your asking price? I do not wish to overpay. However, I understand that these are unusual circumstances. So whatever amount is required to lubricate the transfer of this physical asset to my hands is adequate.
You already overpaid once, you know.
I'm not great at eyeballing.
1 million. How does that sound?
That's more than I was going to sell it for.
It seems like it would be like $1,000.
I was going to sell it for $1,000. There's so much asbestos and lead paint in this place, and it's an active meth lab. So yeah, $1 million would be a great price for this.
I just hand them my card again.
Oh my god, it's an active meth lab. Perfect.
No, that was a joke. I was just thinking of things that would drastically lower the price of real estate as a joke.
No, you could get meth addicts and like have a
good. Well, brother, I'd be happy to sell it to you. We got to go through my real estate agent, but yeah, we can do that. I mean, as early as tomorrow. Can you guys meet in the morning around noon, something like that?
Alas, nay. I am on a strict diet of sleeping during the day. Could you?
I gotta say, you guys are weird. I don't feel totally comfortable with this, but I guess it's a done deal.
We're like night owls.
My friend,
took the money, boss.
We have to work during the day.
As an example, this is what you too can do with fuck you money. You may be as weird and absurd as you would like with the money I am giving you.
So you're saying you'll only meet with me at night to buy this property here?
Indeed. I have pressing matters that occur during the daytime.
I guess what they say about eccentric millionaires is right. Well, okay. Well, I'll talk to my realtor and I'll see if we can do that. Can I get your number?
Absolutely, you may. I write my number down on like the nearest receipt or whatever is available. Good man, as a show of good faith, as you have seen clearly that I have the income available, one of your spare keys, please. And I just hold out my hand.
I gotta say, right now, I mean, you don't own you own the property, but I can't give out a spare key until the sale is done.
Friend,
I'd be risking my license.
Do you want fuck you money or do you not want fuck you money? It is available. It is at your disposal. I will not put your professional license in any additional jeopardy than you are not already in.
I'm sorry. Only owners can have keys to this place. That's just how it is. Because I don't know if you're going to let someone else in and then like leave it unlocked and the guns get stolen. All of a sudden, it's a legal matter for me. I appreciate what you're trying to do. You're trying to speed this up, but no, I gotta hang on to the keys myself. But I mean, take what I mean. You own all these guns. Like, take them. I can get a hold of you real soon. And let you know whether or not my realtor can do a weird night meeting to get all the paperwork in order. I take it you're probably going to buy this in cash. You're not going to get like a mortgage for this place.
My good man, if it's any stretch of the imagination possible, I will be paying in the same method I just bought your inventory with. So cash, yes, effectively.
Dope. Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. You guys are going to take some of the inventory out. I'm going to be in the back. I'm going to start, boxing up some stuff. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, I'll be around. Here's my number. Gives it to you just in case, next time you need to be in, until the sale's done, until you have your own keys.
Magnificent. Thank you so much for your...
Yeah, you're welcome. And he walks off into the back and starts, bundling up paperwork and stuff.
Cool. I wave everyone in from the window up front or whatever available portal they can see me through. I wave them in if they're not already in, and I beeline for a couple of old shooty-doos.
I'm just imagining like old-time 50s music playing, like Mr. Sandman or something, and we're all just like walking into a wonderland of firearms.
I have to say, this is not how I expected the gun acquisition to go. I was trying to actually put up a bunch of roadblocks to make it so that the PCs had to get by without guns, but here we are.
Oh, but everyone has a prize. Everyone has a prize.
Hey, there's a firearms stat for a reason.
True. Just because you have them doesn't mean they're good.
Would everyone like to pick out some personal firearms to just grab and holster up with?
I bet you anything that Augustyn is going to take a fucking blunderbuss.
I'm going to say it's a modern, typical gun store. There are not pirate guns, pepperbox guns, nothing exotic, no elephant guns, blunderbusses. But there's all manner of pistols, shotguns, submachine guns, assault rifle style guns, like long range, like hunting rifles. All of those things, and a few like non-firearm personal defense things. There's always like pepper spray and like stun guns at places like that. And there's also all the ammo and holsters and gun parts and like targets and things like that you might need, gun cleaning kits, everything that you would expect to see walking into like a normal gun store in the Midwest.
Is it possible for us to just like call on the Club Wonderland staff to be like, hey, can you move an entire gun store into the weapons room?
Well, why did we buy the floors if we...
Yeah, we want to keep...
Oh, sure, we do. I guess now we just run a gun store, huh?
Well, we have a building with lots of guns in it that we can use however we want. We now have nice climate-controlled storage for our guns that has an appropriate level of security to store lots of guns.
I think it could use more security.
Well, that's on you. But we have a good amount of security to start with.
Okay, so I've just put my immediate grab list in chat.
Okay.
Oh, that's what that was. I was trying to figure out what was making this beeping sounds.
I don't know anything about guns. I don't know what to get.
Okay, so Augustyn grabs a couple Glocks.
I just want something small for right now, so there.
I'm about to get the weirdest like ads all over the internet because I'm just Googling like types of guns.
Darby, what does Darby grab, if anything?
Yeah, I think Darby gets a couple of just like 9mm, and I think something close range, like a tactical shotgun or something. Whatever they have, I guess the a sawed-off, they probably wouldn't have something like that.
No, there's a legal requirement that all shotguns have to be a certain length, but you do find a semi-automatic shotgun, so you can grab that.
What other personal defense items did you say they had?
Stun guns, pepper spray, and there's a single taser with a few cartridges for it.
I don't suppose there are any obscure weapons like grenades or mortars.
I don't believe those are typically sold to civilians.
Not the military.
I've never seen a personal defense grenade for sale at a gun store, but you check around thoroughly and find no grenades.
Personal defense.
Would they have something like an asp or
do they have a tank? I'm just kidding.
You find some collapsible batons in the personal self-defense non-firearm under a glass case.
Yeah, definitely get that as well. That sounds awesome. So one of those, 2 9mm, and that semi-auto shotgun. And the holsters are slung, obviously, sheriff style, at his hips.
So is this everything everyone is getting for the time being?
I'm gonna pick based on aesthetics. I think I'll take a pistol or a revolver or something. I'd like a revolver and a rifle of some kind.
Oh, maybe I get an ankle holster for the gun. That would be dope. Yeah, I want to be sneaky about it. I'm not trying to be what? No.
I'm gonna just pack a submachine gun.
No.
Archibald gets a revolver and a hunting rifle.
Is there paperwork for your concealed carry license? Darby's looking around for the compliance paperwork because that's his favorite thing to do.
That is something that you apply for through your local police department. I don't think that application takes place in gun stores.
Well,
from what I remember,
of course you would know. That's what I'm saying. Okay, yeah, Darby's all set.
Is it your intention to go back to Darby Manor, get the trailer, bring it back, and throw a bunch of guns in, or to keep all the guns in place?
No. Since we bought the store, we're going to keep everything in the store, and now we're ready to fucking ride. We just mount it up, and it's fucking go time.
Guys, I'm slightly concerned. Can we trust this bad man Forrest, though, if we just leave him with our gun store, that he won't just take them all once we dip after giving him millions of dollars? Shouldn't somebody stay and we should do something? Is he still here? Does he still have the keys,
Yeah, he's in the back.
Did he sign it over?
No.
There's a meeting that might take place tomorrow night if he can get his real estate agent to agree to it.
So I'd be worried about just leaving him with all of the stuff that we just gave him, because it seems to me the best course of action for him would be to dip with the money, and we can't follow him.
Be my liaison. Go fetch a receipt.
Did you already give him all the money, or just
for the guns? I paid for the guns.
Should we go to the other store? I'm going to
please, for the love of God, let us go to the other store.
I'm just gonna trust.
They will fuck my butt.
I'm going to trust this inventory sheet will make it so he can't steal all of our guns away.
Darby has named his shotgun Bam-A-Lam.
Whoa, Black Betty.
That's right.
Bam-A-Lam.
Oh my God, I just named one of my pistols Black Betty.
Really? Or just because I got in your head before you started typing?
Funny, my rifle is named Ram Jam.
Oh, wow. Starting to design a theme.
I'm seeing something here.
I know it's a 9, but I named it Excavo.
That is not keeping with the theme.
So everybody leaves Powell's Guns on the way to the next errand?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone's loaded up with guns and owns an absurd amount of additional guns. And a reminder about this errand: in exchange for bringing Barry Bilson out of torpor, Elizabeth Blackburn requested that some things be picked up from the Quarter Moon Occult Books and Curiosities store. which is also, fortunately, open until 10, which it is not quite 10 yet, we'll say. On your way there, you are blocked by a train. Do you wait it out, or do you take the MKT to
I immediately, upon seeing the hindrance, I just fucking phone them. I just give them a whole ring-a-ling-ding-ding. I call them.
Who?
The shop. I call the shop.
Sure.
Like in advance. I'm just like, yo.
Quarter Moon, Occult Books and Curiosities. This is Demeter.
Greetings, friend. I am en route to procure some material goods from your fine establishment. We are willing to pay whatever necessary price for your staffing. However, we are stuck in traffic and may encounter being late. Were there any chance? Can you be available?
Yeah, we'll stay open for you.
You are incredible, and I look forward to patronizing your business. Thank you very much! And I hang up without waiting.
Okay. So what is your general strategy when trains stop you? When there's a nearby MKT access point, do you just always go through the MKT to skip over the train?
Well, we have guns now.
Are we being aggressed, and are they stopping other traffic? I think generally speaking...
You don't actually see the orchestra this time. You just see a train stopping you, which is, you picked up on the fact that like this is a pretty constant thing when you're going across the city.
Yeah, I guess we go around. We just start navigating on the MKT instead.
Okay. You do that.
I've started to learn the circle of access points kind of around the city, and I can even estimate, I think, where one might be if I haven't been there before.
Oh, right. Shit, and we can get the vehicle in too, can't we?
Yeah, I got the access card, son. But
I feel like we should just use that all the time.
I feel like we can only do it with one vehicle, though. So we may have to either get in the back of the El Camino, which is Darby's recommendation, or go get...
How did I not make my own access card?
Oh, what vehicle is everyone in right now, by the way?
I don't know.
The El Camino?
I think there's 3 in the front of the El Camino, and they drove one of the other cars as well. They had to have, unless they got in the trunk.
I thought Augustyn got in the back.
The cab.
Does an El Camino have a trunk? I thought it
has like a truck cab.
Did Augustyn does an El Camino have a trunk? Have you ever seen Breaking Bad, my dude?
But I thought it was the mullet of passenger vehicles. I thought there's a truck bed behind the El Camino. Yeah, I'm just in the back of the El Camino.
Okay.
Neither discomforted nor comforted. I'm just like wind blowing through my hair. Nothing abnormal about this.
Just like a dog packing heat.
Okay. I'm going to assume that Darby is driving extra recklessly because Augustyn is in the cab of the El Camino.
You can assume that because Darby is driving, but yes, probably especially recklessly with the potential to throw Augustyn around a little bit. Though I'm not trying to like toss him out the back or anything, just maybe scare him.
Okay, so everyone is in the El Camino. The word "in" applies debatably to Augustyn. You're stopped by a train. You take the MKT. You arrive at Quarter Moon Occult Books and Curiosities. It is an odd store located in a neighborhood with other quirky businesses, such as a gluten-free oxygen bar and one of those dog bakeries where they bake things for dogs to eat.
Where they bake dogs?
To preempt your question. The people walking around the area seem similarly quirky, and in fact, on the way into your store, into the store, you bump into an awkward man who's holding a large paper sack of items in one hand, a bouquet of roses in the other, and a ferret on a harness cradled in the crook of his elbow. He's trying to exit the store at the same time that you're trying to enter, and he's blocking your path.
Sorry, just for clarity, which one of us bumps into him?
Oh.
Who desires to enter the store the most? We can roll for initiative, but
probably not Darby.
No.
I don't think I'm excited to go in there. I think Augustyn's probably go out front.
Yeah, I'm the only reason we're here. I'll be the one who bumps it.
For this one.
Oh yeah,
Augustyn loves bumping.
So this guy, he's an awkward, nerdy man in glasses. He's obviously carrying out items that he purchased at this place, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, hi." And you keep doing that kind of dance where you keep both going in the same direction, and no one's passing.
I feel like I do that motion like twice, and then I just stop and just watch him do the rest of them.
Hi. What? Sir. Hi. So Sir, I can walk back in, and then you can come, and then I can come out. Sorry.
Avon? No, never mind. Sorry, mistook you for somebody else. Fanciful plants. Are you too a botanical enthusiast?
Oh, what?
Do you fancy plants?
I guess these are pretty
tomato balls.
I guess these are pretty fancy plants. Thank you. Yeah. And the ferret is sort of like squiggling around on his shoulder.
Might I inquire about them? Might I scruff your furry compatriot?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Her name is Winnie. She's real friendly.
I totally give Winnie a genuine, like, gentle scruff. Good friend, what?
You sound like Evans.
What wind carries you to this eccentric place of physical material procurement?
I don't. I have a car. What? I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're asking me.
Sincerest apologies. My accent is thick. What are you buying?
Oh, I'm just picking up some books. Picking up some books and a bowl for my sweetie.
Fantastic. Would you have interest in compatriots who share similar interests? I would love to discuss the contents of books with you at a later.
I don't have a lot of friends, honestly. So yeah. Do you want to like exchange like Facebook profiles or something?
Having like roughly drafted my phone number a few times at the gun store, I pull out one of the old drafts of me having written my phone number on a slip of paper and just produce it for him like it's a business card.
Oh, so yeah, what are we gonna? We're gonna hang out, or do I call you just to chat? Is this what we're doing?
We will develop organically. I would love to discuss your literature in the future. Feel free to contact me about whatever intrigues your brain space.
Oh, okay. I'll do that. Thank you. What's your name?
I go by Augustyn, and it is an absolute delight to meet your acquaintance, friend. Thank you for indulging my utmost curiosities.
Okay, well, I'm Teddy, Teddy Linklater. So cool. I'll be in touch. And he walks away looking like pretty happy about the exchange that you just had. Cool. So you walk into the dimly lit store and you see shelves lined with books, crystals, incense, decorative wooden wands, figurines, and tapestries. There's a counter with a tapestry draped over it and a middle-aged employee with thick glasses and no discernible gender standing behind it. They greet you. Welcome to Quarter Moon. I'm Demeter. Let me know if you have any questions.
When Leslie gave me the task of running this errand, did he give me like a physical list? Do I have a list on me of the items that they need?
Yes, you do. And that list is 4 bundles of white sage, the Book of the Law by Aleister Crowley, dowsing rods, and 8 vials of crow's blood.
Fan-fucking-tastic. I don't know any of that, but I produce whatever paper it is on and promptly saunter up to whatever attendee is at the cash register and just Fondest greetings, and thank you kindly for the patience upon our arrival. I was on the phone with you only moments ago.
Yes, you called. Yes, that's fine.
So I want to say Darby walks in, sees the decoration in this place, turns around and goes back to the car, gets his hat, puts it on, and comes back in because he thinks he'll fit in better with his wizard hat on.
Oh, yes.
Can we talk about this? Is another randomly computer generated person, right?
Yes. It's a procedurally.
It does look a lot like Fred Armisen.
It does kind of look like Fred Armisen.
Yeah,
but yes,
it looks a lot like Fred Armisen.
It's like Fred Armisen and Rachel Bloom.
Yeah. But in case people don't know this, almost all the pictures of NPCs are procedurally generated photos. They're not photos of any actual people. So Demeter takes your list and looks over it. They look up at you and look back at the list. Crow's blood. That is not something that we usually sell to the public. That's part of our restricted stock, and it's only available to members of the they look around, the magical community. Are you a member of the magical community? I have to say your face is new to me.
Starts doing sleight of hand.
That would be factual, as I am new to this area and have the faintest idea of whom to communicate my enthusiasms for in this field. Have you seen this?
Yeah, no, I'm afraid that's not the kind of impressive. Of course, that's not the kind of magic that we're talking about. Are you studied in the magical arts, and can you use our restricted stock safely and properly? That's more of my question.
I would indeed fancy myself capable in the magical arts.
Well, if that were true, then perhaps you would allow yourself to be tested.
I pull out a tomato and just set it casually on the counter. And I just stare directly into their eyes. Do I look like somebody who dabbles, or do I look serious?
They maintain eye contact and hold up a card that also has an eye on it. And I'm going to show you an image. They say, "What's this?" And I'm going to show you an image, and you can either try to identify it. You can guess what it is. You can also roll occult plus intelligence to recall, for me to tell you what it is, basically. But they are obviously quizzing you on your magical knowledge, and you can assume that an incorrect answer would be bad for you in this situation. The first image that you're shown is this. And they say, what is this?
What's the difficulty?
Standard difficulty, 6. Are you going to roll for it?
Oh, yeah, because I've got fucking 8 dice, dog, and I do not want to cheat and Google this shit.
Oh, please don't. That wouldn't be any fun.
Yeah, just why?
That's
okay, so I need to open the advanced dice roller. So I have 7 dice left.
Not good so far.
What about he was hoping the dice would
I see 2 successes there.
Okay. It would be bizarre if you didn't get at least 1 success. Oh, and actually the difficulty was different. What I had written down for the scene was Augustyn rolls at a difficulty of 4 because of his experience and his eidetic memory, and he can use his specialization of book knowledge. So you got a bunch of successes, I'm sure. And you recognize that symbol as the Eye of Horus, the eye of the Egyptian god Horus, a symbol of protection now associated with a modern occult movement. And Demeter is still holding up the card.
The Eye of Horus. I slip.
I've Horus.
Absolutely whimsical and fantastic. Common, but give me something harder, and I just act like I didn't mispronounce that.
Okay, here is the second card, and they hold up this image.
Oh, I actually don't know this one.
Man, good thing I just watched Neon Genesis Evangelion. I would be rocking this if I was in Augustyn's shoes.
Wait, seriously, this showed up in it?
Yes.
Oh, god damn it.
It's actually a pretty...
It's in the intro.
It's a pretty common occult symbol, actually.
5 successes.
Where are your dice?
And a 1.
All right, I will take your
5 successes after accounting for the
They rolled.
-1.
Yeah.
All right. You identify that correctly as the Tree of Life, a symbol used in Kabbalah and other mystical traditions to represent encompassing aspects of existence, God, or the human psyche. Do you just repeat all that information to them?
But vaguely mispronouncing certain parts of the name. The Tree of Strife! It is magnificent and complicated, but also simplistic.
Sometimes it does seem more like the Tree of Strife. I understand your reference. Okay, well, this here is the third and final picture in our test. What is this?
All right, and third verse, same as the first. Why are my dice rolling so slow? There we go.
Metal Alchemist stuff right here.
Sure.
Three successes.
Sure, that's plenty of
The power of
successes.
anime will get us through this test.
You recognize that as the Sigillum Deimeth, the symbol of the living god, a magical diagram used to create an object that grants an initiated magician who has been blessed with a vision from God power over all of his creatures. How close can you get to pronouncing Sigillum Deimeth?
Sigil of meth.
Hey, that's what I was going to say.
Quite obviously, that is the Siggy
Sajidi.
This one's my favorite.
The Sajida.
They recognize that as the correct answer. And they say, okay, it seems like you're probably qualified to access our restricted stock. And they pull the tapestry up on the counter to reveal a glass display case underneath with various items behind the glass. They pull out a box labeled Crow and set it on the counter, and you hear the clinking of about a dozen small vials of blood inside. And they...
Would you describe the scene as like an old crow medicine show type of situation taking place, or... No?
I don't know how to answer that question. The pun.
Yeah,
I get you.
Thank you.
They pull 6 vials out, and they drop them on the counter, and they start walking around collecting the other items on your list just off the shelves. A pair of dowsing rods, a book, and 4 bundles of white sage. As they're walking around and doing this, you see the other things in the restricted stock. Do you peruse these wares?
It's get out of my brain, because that is exactly what I wanted to do. I absolutely I fuck everything in the inventory that I can see.
It's not a large number of items. It's just what's on a couple shelves of this display case that's usually covered with the tapestry when they're not pulling the tapestry up.
Is there anything that stands out to me that I would identify as just holy fuck balls, just crazy?
I'm going to list everything under there. So there was the box of vials of crow's blood. You see a jar labeled rabbit, and it's full of small eyeballs. You also see a wooden wand. Now, there are other wands around the store. There is a table with a display of wands, but they all just look decorative, just things that people might buy as a conversation piece or a gift for a kid or something. But there's one wooden wand in the restricted stock. You also see a Ouija board. You see a wooden cylinder about the size of a wine bottle that has kind of a lid on it that looks like it contains something. You see a canteen, like the kind that you might bring camping. And finally, you see a life-sized wooden hand with an extended middle finger. cut off right here, and it's sitting upright, just like this.
Okay. Is there anything I notice? Like, am I able to detect at any metric whether or not that wooden wand is actually anything more than just a stick on a display?
With your occult...
Hey.
That's all right.
Was that your incantation?
I'm sorry.
Augustyn has no awareness on his character sheet, which would come in handy for intuitively feeling whether or not things are supernatural. It would help give you like a vibe about such things.
Can I peer over his shoulder and make a read on it with my awareness? I think I have something.
I can say that everybody with awareness gets the sense that there's something spooky under the display case. You get the sense that pretty much all these things are actually magical items. Augustyn, with your occult knowledge, you can tell that like this indeed looks like a functional magic wand. Now, what it does specifically and how well it does it is impossible for you to tell just from looking at it from behind glass, but you get the impression like this is no shit. Like these are magical items. Demeter comes back with all of your items, and they start bundling it up into a bag and slides it across the counter to you. Tells you what your total is so far, and asks, "Is there anything else that you're interested in picking up while you're here?"
Friend, do you have a store policy for like limit one item per forbidden shelf? Or might I fund your magical, mystical endeavors and say all of it?
You know, just because we're in a magic shop, you can just talk normal to me. We don't gotta, do like a character. But I mean, this is if you want to keep doing it, this is fun. But yeah, sometimes kids come in and they're talking like that. They're pranking me or something. But no, there's no limit. You can buy anything you want.
Well, I appreciate the consideration. This be how I speak at a regular interval. There is no.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to hear
There's
that.
no fallacy. That makes two of us.
Well, yeah. What do you like from our stock here?
I understand that my language is funny. However, I did not stutter. All of it.
All of it.
All of it. All of it.
Oh my God, stop.
They reach down and pull up the wand and set it down on the counter. The Ouija board, the wooden cylinder that contains something, the canteen, and the big middle finger wooden hand.
You're literally buying a middle finger with fuck you money.
As you get a closer look at these, the wooden wand has the symbol of an arrow pointing from a large broken rectangle to a large solid rectangle. Below this, there's a smaller diagram of a small solid rectangle and an arrow pointing to a small broken rectangle. You notice that the Ouija board is slightly burnt on the edges and has smudges of blood on the planchette. That's what it's called.
Oh. Whoa. Look at you.
The wooden cylinder has a symbol carved into it that shows the dashed outline of a human body with what looks like sound waves coming out of its mouth. The canteen...
It's a scream cylinder. I'm so excited.
The canteen looks like just a normal canteen. And the wooden hand is made of reddish wood that it looks like soot has been ground or rubbed into it. The middle finger is pointed up, and all the fingers have kind of pointy, like claws on them, like elongated, kind of pointy fingernails.
Cool.
So all these are laid out in front of you.
In Augustyn speak, bag it up. Hands my card over.
Okay.
Place it in the exchangeable sack.
Fuck it.
Or just produces a burlap sack from my pockets. Like, put it in the bag.
You just like take your shirt and hold it out like a bag In there now!
Put it in my please bag. Much thanks.
Back.
Demeter looks a little curious at you, and they say, do you want to know anything about these items before you buy them?
2 of them. The cylinder.
The middle finger, please.
I get the Ouija board, but
Oh, this thing. And just to give you a sense
What's
of
this thing?
sense of scale, it's about this size.
Sure.
It's about like wine bottle sized. They go, oh yes, well the fellow who sold this to us, and they they pop off the top, and they reach in, and they pull out kind of an orb shaped glass bottle with a stopper on the top. And inside there's murky gray dishwater looking liquid. And they say, yeah, the gentleman who sold this to us explained that this is invisibility potion.
Not where I thought that was going. Okay.
So that's where that goes. And what? There's a second thing.
Fond gratitude. What about this?
Oh, the person who sold that to us explained that it was presented to me as something used for defense against vampires. I believe it may ward them off. They're offended by it or something. And Demeter rolls their eyes and just shrugs.
With a growing amount of interest, I also point at what was it? The one that has the broken rectangle thingy.
Yes.
With the diagram?
Demeter says...
Okay, so I gesture at the one. Sincerest apologies. The prequel. That.
Demeter says, oh, this. I've actually used this a couple times in the store. This is a wand of repairing. It will repair minor things that are broken.
And while I appreciate the candor of your explanations of these magical items, do I understand you correctly to be that you have used this, so a discount?
Because it's used.
No, I mean you can expect it. You can expect it to be used. I mean, the person who made it probably used it. So no, I'm afraid it's the listed price.
Fine. Compartmentalize it and ring me out, please and thank you.
You do not wish to have any further exposition about any of these other magical items that you're purchasing?
Exposition.
For God's sake.
I'm sure their true nature will reveal themselves to me in due time.
I like it. Okay, well.
Wait, the only other thing is the Ouija board, right?
Wow.
There's the price tag for the whole thing comes out at pretty close to $2,000, and you're rung up, and the bag is passed back to you.
I, as normally as Augustyn can do, thank them for their time. And as we leave the store, looking as human and normal as possible, as soon as we get out of the store, I reach into one of the bags holding the Ouija board and just huck it into the distance. If there's a street available, I throw it into the street and just dispose of it.
That's what you bought it for.
As he does that, I lean to Darby and I kind of nod in agreement. I'm like, yeah, I never buy this supernatural mumbo jumbo either. as I am being a vampire.
Well, Darby's just remembering that ritual at Camp Moonlight, and it's just like really against all type of practice.
I'll respect whatever people want to believe, but I don't buy it,
But okay. Yeah, I 100% just destroy and dispose of the Ouija board.
You do that.
It's gone. I promise it's gone.
Have you guys, fair point, have you guys seen the video of the Yahoo Answers where everybody calls it a Luigi board? Because it's very important.
I have not.
Oh God! I'm gonna send everybody like a link to this so you can watch it later. It's very good.
Do it. So you have all of this stuff now.
Cool. I hop in the car and just assume wherever we're going.
Do you want to... I think this could be a good stopping point for the session. Do you want to do anything with these items real quick, or just going to drive back to Darby Manor or wherever your next adventure is?
I have a... Oh! Ooh. Is there anything wrong with Darby's car?
Well,
some of its brake lines have been cut.
Oh my God, please. Oh my God, fix the brake lines.
I legit just... Sitting in the tailgate of this El Camino, I procure the wand and just like, I wonder if she is full of malarkey, and just aim it at the El Camino and just wave it.
Bippity boppity, fuck you.
This is the episode that we find out. It's foreshadowing, and I'm going to reveal the big twist at the end. We find out in like a later episode that Augustyn actually is Joe Biden turned into a vampire.
Oh, wow.
What?
The big reveal.
Oh no.
It's confirmed.
Augustyn, I wrote down that the way this wand works, to use it successfully, you have to roll occult plus intelligence, and the difficulty is 9 minus your occult rating. So your difficulty is 5.
Okay.
Difficulty of 5.
Yep. And this is while you guys are driving.
Yeah.
All right. So I repair the fuck out of those brakes. I repair them so hard.
You would, honestly.
When Augustyn waves his wand and activates it, you guys are driving, right?
Yeah.
Darby, because Darby is so attuned to his car and would notice little details that other people might, you can actually hear and kind of feel, because your foot is resting against your brake pedal. You feel something happening. You feel like a snap and a bending as the cut brake line reassembles itself. Okay. At the same time, you notice your headlights dim, and in fact, when you turn a corner and you pass by a store that has a big window on it, and you spot that one of your headlights is out all of a sudden.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Wait. What about this makes sense?
The diagram. It fixes one thing and breaks another.
Oh, okay. I love it. I want to point this thing at Darby all the time now. Oh my God.
God damn it.
And on that note,
Darby, I think one of your lights out. We need to make an emergency stop. And I slam
Quick,
on
use the
now
wand again.
Break.
do a J turn. On that mischievous note, I think we should end the session there. You guys have acquired a lot during this session.
Yeah, I believe we began the session talking about how Augustyn has like nearly unlimited money, and then we did show that in this episode.
Augustyn.
I was being a cheap ass because I also have a good amount of money. I was like, no.
Well,
I'll let him do it.
Infinite is infinite, so it's like, you know.
So
like taking over this town.
Yeah, think about where all of your characters started in this journey as soon as you arrived, and everything that's been acquired since then. You have a nightclub, you have a manor, you have a jade, you have all the guns you could need, you have magical shit, most of which you don't know what it does yet.
The one thing that's been on my mind on this whole trip that I don't understand is, did I just leave my bear cub at Darby Manor? Is it just like
I was
having a
gonna
bear
ask you.
cub's day off?
I was going to ask you where the bear cub is. I think since it hasn't been brought up, we can assume that you have arranged kind of an enclosure for it somewhere in Darby Manor, maybe in the basement where your bedroom is. And presumably you left it some food and you closed the door and it's just been hanging out in there, growing ever more emotionally distant from you while it's neglected.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Unfortunately, yeah, because I've spent 2 days away and I've just been preoccupied. We have a groundskeeper, don't we? What's his fuck?
Harvey the janitor.
Coming in.
Harvey the janitor McDougal. Okay, so as long as we're discussing continuity, I'm certain that with my love and adoration for this bear cub, I have awkwardly pulled Harvey aside at one point with tomato on my breath and just like heavily explained to him how important it is that he attend to my bear cub with the utmost.
You smell like Heinz, but it's all fine.
And that scene can happen at some point in the future, but you've actually had a few pretty densely packed days since you arrived. So that's something that you can arrange in the future. But for now, I'm going to say your bear definitely isn't starving. You just locked it in a room with, I guess, a bunch of tomatoes.
I locked Harvey in there too.
No. He has a key.
No, you didn't. Does anyone want to spend any experience points?
My thought was charisma because money is charisma. Who needs personality when you have?
Well, you were doing a lot of the talking.
What would be your suggestion? Because I'm leaning at
really
charisma.
The way that Augustyn talks all the time is a solid argument for gaining charisma at any point.
But what would you, as the DM, suggest based on what I've been up to, my whereabouts?
Charisma makes a lot of sense, honestly. Other than that, I think it might be fair if you would like to buy a dot of awareness. Walking around in an unfamiliar magical environment, trying to sort of sniff out, like, where are there items with supernatural effects around you. You could say that awakened Augustyn's latent awareness and allows you to buy your first dot of awareness if you would like.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I have enough points. Am I allowed to buy both?
Yeah, you can buy multiple things.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do both. You've always got chipmunk cheeks for skill points and experience. Like, let's go.
Darby, you have 6 points.
My current plan is to save 10 and try to learn first level aspects from Excavo.
Awesome.
I want to get heightened this on Darby.
Speaking of which, Excavo.
I don't have anything to spend them on right now.
Well, that is game. What do you guys think everyone is going to be doing in the next session? Augustyn has a pending date with the rest of the Tremere. There is Barry's fungal swamp creature to investigate. Barry offered a couple different leads, either searching around the area where he was attacked or following Jeffrey's suggestion and searching in the woods near the prospector camp. There's also River Erickson, the gangrel that is suspected to have gone feral and been draining people all around. That's something that I believe Feather McKenna gave you guys River's address, or at least Feather indicated that she knows River's address, as does Barry.
Now that we have guns, I think I'm a bit more prepared to go after the fungus monster.
Well, I thought we got the guns so that we could secure the MKT first, so that we can transfer all around to better do our other things.
And changing the access code in the MKT so the nukers can take it.
That's our next big goal. And then once we get the MKT secure, like, we'll be able to travel anywhere super fast. So I feel like that's like the best move to help start securing all these other threats.
Augustyn has while he doesn't regard the authority of the Chantry with any like appreciation, he does recognize their power and has a looming sense of paranoia and doom, being that he understands that he has pissed them off.
Keep in mind that Augustyn is already second level bloodbound to the Tremere clan in general. So he does feel a certain sense of compulsory loyalty that's beyond his control to a degree. So he wouldn't be able to completely write them off. There's actually a merit that you would need to be able to feel no loyalty whatsoever. But yeah, you can definitely act according to your nature and be rebellious and all that.
I have their things. I feel inclined to give them the things that they asked for that I procured. But I'm also not doing so in any particular hurry other than the same level of neurotic hurry that would be demonstrated by a looming sense of doom from them.
Knowing the Tremere clan, that is an appropriate feeling to have at this time.
Clutches my splinter servant.
Your feelings are illegal.
Clutches my splinter servant fervently.
Okay. Well, I think this was a fantastic session, and I look forward to seeing what happens in the next one.
We fought a bigot with money.
You made
Augustyn apologizing for his accent was the funniest thing that I have seen. That really tickled me.
And then you actually speaking coherently for a second.
Oh man! So funny.
What? I peered behind the curtain.
Andy's webcam's glitching out for me. Does anyone else see that?
It's time to call.
Clear for me.
All right. Well,
all right, see y'all.
Till next time.
See ya.
Thanks for the awesome session.
Bye.
Have a good week. See you next time.
Peace.